Okay, folks, we're back with some more Triple Z. Earlier today, I set some time to do a bunch of date quests, and then I went and had dinner, and now I'm back from dinner, and I want to try and do what I can as far as maining stuff goes. And so, but before I do that, I gotta answer a couple of DMs. So first is by Sokako. Proxy, do you really rent out videotapes at your video store? If you want to, of course, if you want to borrow videotape, you have to call me manager. Manager, help me, please. Can you do something for me? Do you know the redo tour? I really want to watch it, but I always end up missing it. Someone from Section 5 told me if I had a videotape, I could watch as many episodes as I wanted in one go. Leave it to me. Wow, Proxy, you're amazing. Counting on you. Well, she immediately forgot to refer to me as manager. I love her. Proxy, investigator, big boss manager. That's she's trying to remember. Big boss manager. Oh man, it's impossible to hate this character. I'm sorry. The redo tour, right? It's here. Wowie. Wow, did you know what I was going to ask before I even said anything? Because I'm a mind reader? No, because I'll always remember your commissions. Woohoo! Woohoo! Woo! 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 Ooh! Woo! 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 Proxy, you're so nice. Thank you for helping me find the videotapes. Whatever you do, don't let it to anyone else. I'll come find you real soon to get the tape. Damn, she's excited. The next day, they says. Okay, and there was also Lycon's Dilemma. Okay, so greetings, it's Lycon here. Sorry for interrupting anything, but I need your help with something. Is it something personal or work-related? A personal affair. I apologize if you're disappointed. As you already know, my legs are completely mechanical. Didn't know that. It's pretty much implied. We already know they're mechanical, so I don't know why this is even an option. Are thinking of getting more mechanical modifications done? Sounds like a great idea, but I have no such plans at the moment. You see, I'm looking for the videotape of a film named Final Punch. I heard the protagonist of the story also has mechanical legs, so my curiosity was piqued. When it comes to films, you're the first one that comes to mind. Do you have time to look for the videotape Final Punch for me? Leave it to me. You have my most sincere gratitude. I'll wait for your call then. Uh-oh. Lightning. Hopefully that does not cut the stream off. Lycon here, sorry if I'm interrupting anything, but I just wanted to check if there's any updates on the search for the Final Punch video. It's all ready for you. You really lived up to your name as the best video store manager in New Eridu. Thank you. I'll visit the store later to collect it. Okay, so
hello there. I was just planning on contacting you. I didn't expect to see you here.
Lemonade. Wait, did that sound come from your mic? Do you mean the boom sound? Probably that might have been the lightning you heard. Yeah, stormy weather just showed up. How inopportune. Hello there. I was just planning on contacting you. Didn't expect to see you here.
I'm here to collect the Final Punch videotape that I reserved.
I did not hear that.
Do you perhaps have a moment? I'm here to collect the Final Punch videotape that I reserved.
That's crazy. Here's a glass of lemonade. Appreciate it.
I'm free right now. Want to watch it together?
View a movie together with you. It would be my pleasure. However, please permit me to make adequate preparations beforehand.
Lycon bows gracefully, then leaves for a moment before returning to the entrance of the video store.
Sincerest apologies for the wait. Now then, let's get started.
What, did he go get a cup of joe or something? Hors d'oeuvres from the convenience store? Popcorn? What'd he do? You go with Lycon to random play and watch Final Punch together. Classic Lycon. Turns out he left earlier to prepare coffee and some dessert for the movie. Oh my god, I was right. I mean, I'm probably... I've flabbergasted myself with how I've caught... how I've been right with a number of plot comparisons, but I'm not going to be too surprised for the coffee. I mean, the coffee store is literally down the street. So
I apologize. Time was short, so I had to purchase coffee from a nearby cafe, and I'm afraid the roast is rather bland.
So do I count that as an Alex in the for the Alex was right jar, or nah, I'm going to let it go. It's too obvious.
If I were brewing it, I would have chosen a far more aromatic bean.
AKA the Prophet back at it again. Yeah, I'm not gonna count that one because after all, the coffee store is literally down the street. So because it made the most sense to guess. So I'm gonna let that one go as a nah. It makes too much sense. But thanks. If I were brewing it, I would have chosen a far more.
If I were brewing it, I would have chosen a far more aromatic bean. What's more, the dessert is rather high in sugar, so I'm not sure it will be to your liking.
They all taste great.
I'm so glad you do not dislike it. If I have sufficient time in the future, I'll prepare even better hors d'oeuvres. I confess, I chose the film Final Punch according to my own tastes. I hope it was satisfactory.
Pretty nice. Why'd you pick this one?
It wasn't bad, but why did you pick this movie?
You might find my reasoning a little absurd. In the synopsis, you see, it mentions that a young man equips himself with a robotic leg to enter boxing tournaments. Why does he choose boxing after installing a robotic leg? What is the logical connection between the two? I wanted to better understand, and therefore, I decided to carefully watch the whole movie.
It's also kind of funny considering that Lycon is built like a brick house with those big arms of his and his wide shoulders, but he uses his legs primarily for most of his attacks, which, understandable. I mean, they've got literal jet engines and ice attacks on them, so yeah, use what you got, right? But it is kind of one of those pieces of irony.
But despite my scrutiny, the film provided me with no such answer.
Maybe because it would be too easy if he used his leg.
That's an interesting reason. You might have thought of something even the director didn't consider.
Thank you for watching the movie with me.
Either that or it's just a giant plot hole.
You're welcome. Come back again soon.
Of course. If possible, I hope you can recommend some interesting movies sometime.
Okay, he can now promote my store. Overall, Final Punch is a good movie. Should have been called Final Kick. Thank you kindly for your help, and I look forward to more movie recommendations from you. And Sukaku should be here. Right. There she is. What are you doing hiding back here? Proxy manager, I'm here to rent a tape. But, can I ask you something?
Sorry, Proxy. I only have Denny's. Do you take Denny's?
Yes.
I heard at the Hot Pot place that lots of Proxies own shops for laundry money.
Uh-oh. I think you're getting professions mixed up.
I don't have that kind of money, so I asked Nagi if she had any laundry money. She gave me a funny look and asked what TV show I watched last night.
I really wish 2.0 didn't mess with your controller binds. I have a special attack back to L2 to play manual chain, but I can't map it anymore because it's now being inherited by the overworld scroll wheel. Well, that sounds like an unfortunate oversight. I mean, I've personally gotten comfortable with the controls as is, but I can definitely understand people that preferred controls a certain way, and then they mix it up in a way that no longer feels right. That is a problem I royally had with the Fear games from 1 to 2, because I much prefer how Fear 1's controls were mapped on the Xbox 360 controller, with slow-mo being on the right bumper. But then for Fear 2 and 3, they moved it to being the Y button, or triangle button if you're playing on the PlayStation 3, or PlayStation in general. And it did not feel nearly as good, because you want to do slow-mo, but instead of having the slow-mo button be literally right where your trigger finger is, where it's easy to go in and out of, they nonsensically moved it to that upper button on the D-pad, the Y/triangle button, and it was way more uncomfortable, because it was a lot longer. Like, you could feel how long a time it took to do that, especially when you were in a very hairy situation in both Fear 2 and 3, when it's like, oh, you really want to tap the slow-mo immediately, but now you can't. Instead, you got to drag your thumb from doing everything else, namely, aiming and reloading and all that, just to do that. And it was so fucking stupid. And the fact that you could change the controls in some ways, but by and large, you could not change where you wanted the slow-mo button anymore. And as a result, the gameplay felt very, very, very wrong to me. And if you aren't using trigger setup, you have to use the claw technique, because you need to keep it held down to not trigger a chain attack while doing heavy attacks. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I already disliked Fear 2 and 3, similarly to how I disliked Disney's reboot Star Wars. And the bad controls just made it even worse for me, with how you couldn't change them. Again, I don't mind Triple Z's controls, because I mostly have it down pat, but I can definitely understand. It's like having someone who prefers inverted controls, but then having the option of inverted controls taken away. So, I get it.
I don't have that kind of money, so I asked Nagi if she had any laundry money. She gave me a funny look and asked what TV show I watched last night.
So yeah, it's like, I get it. The devs want to try and add more quality of life improvements, but at the same time, did they put in too many to the point where it's like overindulgent? I think the Monster Hunter games have kind of been given that scrutiny as of late. So Kako's thinking about food. So says Alistair. She's always thinking about food. She's basically Shaggy, but a little demon, but a little blue demon girl instead. And unlike Shaggy, she isn't a coward either. If you aren't really using a man, it isn't really too important to be honest. Okay.
So, I told her all about the show I watched last night. And after that, I forgot to ask for the laundry money. It wasn't until I got to the video store that I remembered. But I really want to watch the redo tour today. So, I don't have any laundry money, but I'll give you all the Denny's I have.
I keep forgetting to look it up, but I do genuinely wonder what Sokaku's original voice actress lines were. I hear she was placed one other time with an even worse VA, and this would technically make this the third one, and I'm enjoying the third one, so I do wonder. I'll have to look it up later. Quickly cover Sokaku's mouth.
Sorry, Sokaku, but if you keep talking and other customers misunderstand, we'll be in big trouble.
You take Sokaku upstairs and explain the misunderstanding. Oh.
So, laundry money isn't a type of money, and you don't launder money here?
I'll just take the Denny's. Oh, that's poor child. How is it that she's part of an elite special ops unit and doesn't know what laundering money is?
Yeah, what you heard at the hot pot place was just some casual chat. Don't take it seriously. Everyone in New Eridu uses Denny's.
So that means, if I want to watch the redo tour today, I just need to pay in Denny's? I'm glad.
Watch it here if you want.
If you want to watch it now, we've got a player here. I can watch it with you.
Poor Sokaku, so innocent and yet works for like a high government position. The irony.
You're the best, Proxy! Yes, please! I want to watch it right now!
You watch the Rito tour with Sokaku upstairs. Stocking up on snacks at a convenience store beforehand was a wise choice. Even though the show is just about everyday life in New Eridu, Sokaku's eyes are practically glued to the screen. Thankfully, you managed to stop her from stuffing the empty chip back into her mouth.
I never knew there were so many secrets in New Eridu. Such a useful videotape. I need to take it home and watch it over and over and over.
They're not exactly secrets.
They're not exactly secrets, though some of the tips were new to me too. Are you interested in city life because you weren't familiar with it before?
Yeah, I'm an Oni, so I lived outside of the city before. I guess some Oni have always lived in the city, but Nagi brought me here. I like the city. It's so easy to find food.
I wonder if we're ever going to get a story arc regarding Sokaku's origin and background.
I never imagined there was so much to eat in the world. It's like a dream.
Because the way it's framed, it's almost like she just got dropped off and found by Yanagi.
If only Sis could enjoy all the food with me. That would be the happiest thing in the world.
Well, bring her over next time. She'd feel happy just watching you eat. Not everyone can eat as much as you, Sokaku.
Eating with family is wonderful indeed. I'm sure she feels happy just watching you eat.
Huh? How would you know? But I think so too, because she's the one who loves me most in the world. Hey, Proxy, do you have a notebook or something? I want to write down the restaurants we just saw. Nagi said that I should properly thank those who helped me. How about I treat you to a meal? Thanks for helping me find the videotape and watching it with me.
I'd be happy to. Which restaurant caught your eye, Sokaku? Let's go there.
Yay!
A little blue bundle of joy. And she's gone. Usually they hang around upstairs before they go. Well, I've done all the date stuff. I still have unfinished side stuff. I've also been kind of going back and taking advantage of the seasonal weekly changes for the Hollow Zero. Not enough to move the story along, no, because I'm very under-leveled and I need to do Path of the Proxy 3 if I want to be leveled up, but I've been putting it off because of all the main missions I've been tackling. Anyway, I saw someone go through Leaps in Logic to say Sokaku can stop time because of Oni magic and Nagi's powers, but even if she could, let's be honest, she wouldn't know how to resume it. Huh. Is this in regards to the whole slowing down tornado attacks that she has? Because to me, I took it as her just moving so fast that time goes slow for her in that instant. I don't know how Yanagi's powers work entirely. I know it has to do with, like, space and time warping. At least that's the impression I got, but I don't know. Then again, we're talking about a game with whose universe has interdimensional space-time portals popping up everywhere, so I don't know. I kind of just took it at face value. One of Nagi's mindscapes mentions something about it. It's very small time blips. Okay, so there is a slight smattering of bending of the space-time continuum. Okay. Well, I'm tempted to do event stuff, but I kind of want to move the story along a smidge. So why don't we do that? Path of the Proxy 3 I'll do later when I feel comfortable. For now, I'd rather not jinx myself when it comes to difficulty. So, intermission, reverberation. Wise, the video store just received a reservation. Seems to be a big client. They even paid a large deposit up front. We take reservations now? We signed in with a new software for promotion under Nicole's recommendation, remember? It added channels for reservations and deposits. I didn't expect such a big order to come in so quickly. Wait a minute. Our big client's reservation is in just 5 minutes. What's the point of the reservation, then? Isn't that the same as just walking in? Maybe it's for making a payment in advance? Anyway, let's welcome the customer first. We're counting on them for this month's electricity bill. Is it Astra? It could be Astra. She's the only other person I can think of. It is not Astra. It is Hugo, who we saw being given a bit of an appetizer for in a prior event quest line. It was the Bang Boo pageant, I believe, because I don't think he appeared in Astronomical. I don't think he did at all, no.
Apologies for the intrusion. I'm Hugo. Let's just say I'm something of a collector.
You sound like the frickin', what's his name from the second Pokemon movie? Lawrence the Third or whatever his name was. I don't think they ever mentioned his name in the English dub. I don't know about the Japanese dub because I never watched it, but that's what he gives me. He gives me vibes of Pegasus and Lawrence from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, respectively. I'm merely a collector.
I've heard your video store is the most classy one in all of New Eridu, and I must say, it absolutely lives up to its reputation. The ambiance here is understated yet refined, elegant but still cozy. It's so soothing, like a steady beacon in the dark.
And I challenge you to a duel, wise boy. And your little sister Belle, too. By the way, if I recall correctly, I think this guy's associated with Lycon, or at least was associated with Lycon. So,
I've also noticed some well-known individuals frequenting this place, including elite members from PubSec and HSO. Your achievements at such a young age truly impress me.
you give us too much credit.
I'm flattered, but you give us too much credit.
Trust me, I'm being honest. I do find your store quite special. So, I guess the rumors about this place are true. Children of devils.
What are you talking about? I'm not following.
Am I imagining it? Or do you seem really nervous all of a sudden? Children of Devils is an old movie I've been searching for, but it's so niche I can't find a copy in good condition.
He's doing double speak.
Or perhaps, did this movie remind you of something else?
You're imagining it. I'm just surprised there's a movie we haven't heard of.
No worries. Like I said, this movie is rather niche. Despite the word devil in the title, it's actually about vampires. I'm sure you already know. Vampires were a popular fictional concept back in the old civilization.
He kind of looks like one.
Typically, they are pale-skinned, well-dressed, exuding a mysterious and dangerous aura. But beneath their immaculate facade lie lethal fangs for draining human blood.
Am I imagining things, or does he have fangs too?
You kind of look like one.
I'll take that as a compliment. Too bad vampires don't actually exist in New Eridu.
Are you sure? Because I think I have one recruited, and she has rocket jets under her skirt attached to her fat ass.
Oh, and I don't feast on human blood. In fact, if anything, I'm hypoglycemic.
Well, Vivian certainly wants to feast on something human bodily fluid related. Wink, wink. Hint, hint.
Anyway, back to the movie. It's about a man who unwillingly turned into a vampire, and after years of plotting, finally kills his evil father, and ultimately dies in the process.
So, not Castlevania, because Alucard lives through that.
So, it's a tragic story.
I actually think the ending is pretty good. At least he accomplished his goal, and death was just the price he was willing to pay. Well, it's a shame you don't have the videotape I'm looking for. I'll just grab a copy of every movie you currently have for rent.
Thank you for your patronage. That's very generous of you.
Do you know if you could pay me in human blood? And in polychromes?
Just think of it as my thanks for chatting about the movie with me.
Aha.
Your store is like a collector's gem in itself. Please, consider my payments here as an investment in a collector's prized find.
Or you could pay me back with the original vintage copy of, that musician Astra is a fan of that you stole from her megaphone, jackass. I haven't forgotten that.
Your definition of a collectible is pretty broad, just as I'd expect from a collector.
Because of my work, I happen to know some of New Eridu's upper echelon. Some even collect human organs.
Okay, why would you mention that?
Just some rumors circling around. Hope I didn't spook you.
Maybe a little.
No worries. I don't scare easily. I've seen my fair share of crazy stuff.
I mean, freaking Twiggy, she got really fucked up. What happened to her was enough to warrant 1,000 breakings of the Geneva Suggestions just to even it out.
Guess I was worried for nothing. With so many high-profile individuals visiting here, I'm sure you're well-connected and experienced in various fields.
You're in for some cinema chapters. Huh.
Speaking of which, there's a big industry auction coming up. They'll probably have lots of collectibles, maybe even rare videotapes not on the market.
I know some chapters I ended up already doing because, one, I didn't fully understand how the game worked at the time, and two, I also wanted to take advantage of whatever bonus activities they provided. So stuff like astronomical, yeah, definitely not replaying that, sadly, unless I'm able to through like the challenge missions or something. I don't know. But then again, the cutscene viewer is there too, so that also works.
If you'd like to attend, just let me know. Oh, by the way, I saw a marketing event at Lumina Square. Looks like there's a raffle going on. Go check it out if you're interested. Maybe you'll stumble upon something exciting, especially at a place so close to the upper class. After all, there are always secrets hiding behind the light. Well, thanks for today. I'll take my leave for now. Until next time, my precious friends.
Bury your tears with the past. A, and then there's B. Wise, I feel like this Hugo talks weirdly. He seems a bit suspicious. Have we met him before? Yes, we have. Very briefly. And his character model hadn't fully been thought out fully yet, but we did. So it wasn't my imagination. I knew I saw him somewhere. They even withdrew halfway through the competition before. But if that's the case, why do you act like it's our first encounter? Did he completely forget about us, or was he faking it on purpose? Yeah, it was the Bang Boo pageant, where he stole Astra Yao's vintage CD copy of her favorite composer. Anyway, still gotta thank him for his generosity. This money is enough to cover our electricity bills for several months. Looks like luck's smiling on us today. So what is he, like a vampire Robin Hood? Or something? In a weird, twisted sort of way? Speaking of luck, didn't Hugo mention a raffle event? Yeah, he mentioned there's a promotional raffle event for the auction at Lumina Square. Wise, don't tell me you're... I'll go vibe check the upper class circle. Fine, since we've made so much today, you can go if you like. Just try not to lose too badly. It's the experience that matters, not the result. Got it, Wise. You'll definitely win the grand prize. I'll watch the store today, so don't stay out too late. I wonder where Vivian will enter the picture. Probably B, because B was when, I believe, was when she first started showing up.
You there! Why not come try your luck? All sorts of prizes are waiting to be won!
There he is with that giant ponytail of his. Raffle staff. Hi there, are you here for the raffle? We're a bit busy right now, so please head to the back of the line to queue. Madger, you came after all. You're here too. Luck is always unpredictable, and that's what makes it fascinating. Whenever I get the chance, I can't help but want to test it, especially on my toon deck. Oh, I'm sorry. He just the way he speaks reminds me too much of Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh. There are quite a few lots of people here. Seems like everyone's very confident about their luck. I mean, yeah, Pegasus, Lawrence, the whole upper class aristocrat kind of vibe, that whole frou-frou-ness about them. At that moment, a figure suddenly appears and forcefully inserts itself at the front of the line. Hey, young man, what do you think you're doing cutting in line? Cutting in line? Do you know who I am? Not the dude from Gurren Lagann, I can tell you that much. You shouldn't cut in line no matter who you are. You clearly don't understand anything at all. See that poster right there? That's Master Hartman, the current head of our family. Very raffle event you're participating in is sponsored by Master Hartman. Apart from this, our family is also involved in many charity events. Do you mean like Gunnery Sergeant Hartman? Because if that is him and he's somehow resurrected from getting shot by Vincent D'Onofrio, he'd spank you silly, young man, and then insult you so bad you'd basically be forced to apologize to him for being insulted. Anyway, I'm going off script. Where am I? Apart from this, our family's also involved in many charity events. What's that got to do with cutting in line? You're quite persistent, aren't you? In short, since our family's hosting the event, it's only natural I have the right to the priority access. No, that's not how it works, buddy. Sounds like someone wasn't given enough wedgies and toilet swills as a kid. Does the event even hold such a rule? Who authorized this? I'm just here to work, but we haven't received any instructions on priority access. I never met anyone so insolent in my life. Just wait. Our phone call is all I need to. Wait, where's my wallet? Where'd my wallet go? I see. No wonder you came over to talk to me. You were trying to distract me, then steal my wallet. Little thief. Who, me? That's right, you're the one standing closest to me. I'll give you back my wallet. It's not a good habit to falsely accuse others. Curtis boy. My intuition is spot on. I knew you were fishing the moment I saw you. And now you're finally showing your true colors. Looks like I'll have to take some time to probably convince this guy. Yes.
This guy seems arrogant. Maybe I should take a tougher approach with him.
Hugo's on his way to steal a Twitch e-girl's dono money and make a grand escape. Of course. Wouldn't put it past him.
Quit the act. I've seen right through you. You may look harmless, but I know you have a secret identity.
Well, he's not wrong.
Your crafty skills have caused headaches for countless people. Not to mention, you're revered in your field. Everyone knows who you are. Your true identity is a member of the most infamous band of thieves in New Eridu, Mockingbird.
Close, but no cigar.
Actually, I'm more infamous than Mockingbird.
What? You're even more evil than Mockingbird? No wonder you snatched my wallet.
I know. Now might not be the best time to say this, but I'm genuinely curious about your true identity.
This was probably a bad decision, but fuck it, I'm committing to it.
Forget it. Clearly, you have no idea who I am. I'm Curtis Ravenlock. That's right, of the esteemed Ravenlock family from Tops. You'll face consequences for crossing me.
It's not something to brag about. And you're here just to join a raffle?
You're an esteemed member of TOPS. Why join a raffle with us regular folks?
Offense is the best defense. Seems like you've got that down.
I'm only here because my family sponsored this event. I just joined the raffle for fun. It's not like I actually need the money. Anyway, you were the only one next to me when I lost my wallet. It has to be you. Just admit it.
Where's your evidence, boyo?
You've got it wrong. I didn't steal your wallet. I just happened to be standing next to you.
Coincidence? Do you really expect me to buy that? You've been suspicious from the start.
You're being too soft. You need a firmer stance with someone like him.
In any case, my wallet is missing. It had a ton of Denny's, so someone's got to answer for that.
No one's responsible for your wallet except you. Let's be real. You're just trying to shift the blame.
You! No one's ever dared to speak to me like that before.
Clearly, your accusation is baseless, Mr. Ravenlock. Your outfit, while elegant, shows unironed creases and noticeable signs of wear. You've likely worn it for a long time. Plus, the wet ink on your cuffs suggests that you rushed straight here from your workplace. Likely so you wouldn't miss today's raffle. All in all, it's clear you're not well off and quite careless. Chances are you lost your wallet yourself, and it probably didn't hold much cash.
I'm going to assume Hugo swiped his wallet in order to teach him a lesson.
Is that why you jumped to accuse others? Hoping to leverage your family name to make a quick Denny?
That's utter nonsense!
Regardless, you owe this person an apology.
Damn it! You'll regret this. Just you wait!
I really hate it when innocent people are wrongfully accused.
Ah, so he's a thief with a code of honor, is he?
But it's all over now. I hope it didn't ruin your mood.
I still have some doubts. Did he really just drop his wallet?
Regardless of what really happened, he got what he deserved. He should have known what would happen the moment he falsely accused you. People like that should have a taste of their own medicine. That sounds fair to me. Unfortunately, we don't usually see such fairness in our world, do we?
That's just the circle of night, Hugo. Circle of night. Circle of life, Hugo.
That's why sometimes I don't mind resorting to unconventional methods to right the wrongs.
So a Captain Cisco type. Do a little... Get your hands a little bit dirty that no one else will.
You seem to be implying something. Don't tell me...
A good movie never spoils its ending. But feel free to speculate. Anyway, it was nice running into you. Please, accept this raffle ticket to mark the occasion. May it keep you away from shady people and situations and bring you good fortune.
Too late, Hugo. 4 or 5 chapters way too late. Alright, I'm sure you are familiar with the Ravenlock family affiliated with TOPS. They were once incredibly powerful, a true behemoth even among TOPS. Unfortunately, that's all in the past. Now they're not so well, but if their funding or be it their funding or reputation, they're far from their former glory. But of course, this is what Ravenlock family deserves. Do you have a grudge against them? Heh, as you know, being a collector means I have to deal with these high society people, and among all the people I've encountered, the Ravenlocks are the toughest crowd. Cunning and ruthless, these words were made for them, while the same applies to most people in Tops. The Ravenlock family is among the worst. Yes. Take that Curtis boy as an example. Yeah, a branch family member at best, but already immersed in his arrogance. Unfortunately, I'm just an ordinary collector below their playing field. Otherwise, yeah, I had guy, yeah, too plain. No, he sounds like the kind of person that would say boy like Pegasus. In any case, if you ever run into a Ravenlock, it's best to keep your distance. Same goes for Tops people, of course. After all, Tops Enterprises Union is one of the top players in New Eridu, toe-to-toe with the Mayflower-led city administration. And, in my opinion, Astra deserves to go fund her own group and leave these folks. Maybe bring Monica along so they can actually live honest living without doing fake rivalries that they probably don't actually want to do. I mean, if we've seen any indication from Astra, it's that, yeah, she enjoys her work, but she's clearly also very lonely doing it with who she has to report to. These two are at each other's throats behind the scenes. One New Eridu clearly isn't big enough for two behemoths, but if you ask me, it's just dogs eating dogs. I've been going on for some time now. Alright, let's leave it at that. See you again sometime, wise boy. After Hugo leaves, you see a cat playing with a wallet and everything inside is gone. Huh, why do I have some extra Denny's in my pocket? Same here, I don't think I brought this much with me. Oh my, could it be that some kind-hearted person has given us money? You'll also tentatively reach into your pocket and feel the raffle ticket Hugo gave you earlier. In any case, there's a prize to claim. Yep. But I do wonder if he's thief with an honor code, what happened between him and Lycon that broke their partnership? I mean, we know something did go very wrong and Lycon suffered a horrible accident because he has the two robo legs and he's wearing a gimp eye patch over half his face. So what's the history there? Clearly it was very rough, whatever it was. Wow, thank you for your friend for earlier. We would have been stuck with that guy otherwise. Alright, you came to claim your prize. Let's see, your ticket is... It's the grand prize. The only grand prize of this raffle has been won. Really? The ticket doesn't lie. That's right. Today's grand prize is yours. Congratulations. I guess that is what they call good deeds get rewarded. The prize is 50,000 Denny's. Please keep it safe. I don't need 50,000 Denny's. I need 50,000 polychromes. Hell, it would be nice if I could trade the Denny's for polychromes. That's what you should be able to do. But I don't think you can do that. I've looked. Don't you hate it how you get a game that gives you in-game cash and you'd think you'd be able to use it for anything, including the thing that you really need to get everything you really want, but they say no, you can't do that, you gotta go and get this other currency? Yeah, that is a problem I have with Zenless. It's like, it's one of those little things that kind of becomes a big problem the more you think about it. You have all this money, and most of what I see, I don't typically need to spend it on. So it would be nice if they made it in a way where they balanced it out, where you could use the in-game Denny's to buy polychromes. Because that would be cool if you could do that. Unless I'm missing something. Basic upgrade materials, video store, fading signal exchange. No. No, it doesn't look like I can do that. Because this is PlayStation Tour store. It really, really sucks that you can't just use the Denny's you from in-game. Okay, so this is to obtain, not to get rid of. Yeah, that honestly, that sucks that you can't use the in-game currency. Yeah, day one players like me had an advantage because we got to harvest polychromes from previous patches. The amount you get per patch is fixed, yeah. I really, really hoped that for Season 2 they would have addressed this, but it seems they didn't. Then again, it is a gacha game, so of course they don't want you to use that, but still, I would have it's the other reason why I wish Zenless was a traditional released game, because in any other regular game of that caliber, the in-game cash would have been your means of, well, getting characters, weapons, etc. You know, literally everything. Not simply, you know, grinding for multiple different currencies or, God forbid, your own actual money. Ah, well, it's like I keep saying, hopefully one day MiHoYo will release the game in a more traditional state that works. Unlikely, but that's just my own fool's hope there. What, you really won? And this the grand prize? That's right, although it's a ticket from Hugo. But the grand prize is only 50,000 Denny's. Talk about being stingy, though from a moral standpoint. Shouldn't we share some with Hugo? He probably doesn't need the pocket change. But then again, we don't have Hugo's personal contact. I guess we'll have to wait till we run into him next time. Why is the news just mentioned the Bringer investigation outcome? Seems like the commissioner regards everything as Bringer's personal actions. I was hoping public security's internal investigation would drag out more big names. It might have gotten the hush treatment. You make a good point. After all, the Exaltists are involved, and public security probably doesn't want to disclose more details. So basically, the Illuminati or the Bilderberg equivalents. I have a feeling there's some terrible secret behind this whole thing. Or the World Economic Forum. Yeah, same thing. Wise, I think your phone just rang. Maybe you should check who sent the message. Master Proxy, my apologies for disturbing you. Are you available at the moment? I have more important... Oh, wait a minute. It's Lycon. Master Proxy, my apologies for disturbing you. Are you available at that moment? I have some important matters I'd like to discuss with you in person. Sure, I have time. But this doesn't sound like a good thing. In my humble opinion, this shouldn't be considered a bad thing, at least. It's great that you have some free time. Please wait a moment. Ellen and I will visit the video store in 5 minutes. They wouldn't be able to milk your wallet, I guess. Yeah, that's precisely. The reason why that conversion doesn't exist is because people will likely abuse the fact you can just farm Denny's by burning your batteries and get infinite polychrome. Well, even if that were the case, the game has basically showered me with so much Denny's, I don't even know what to do with any of it. And even when I go and use it on stuff that I find necessary, it's still pocket change by comparison to everything that to the entire amount that I have. But yeah, I could basically buy like 1,000,000 polychromes with all these Dennings and still have enough left over. But yeah, that's precisely it. It's the whole unfortunate nature of gacha games. Yeah, if only I swear, if it wasn't for DLC taking off in the middle of 7th gen, we would not have gacha games, or DLC and patch culture in general. They would have been forced to make the game the old-fashioned way, regardless of where it came from. I'm just saying it, man. As good as the internet is, the DLC stuff and patch stuff that came with it really, really destroyed games, in my opinion. Because now, if developers aren't just lazy and pinching out unfinished games, you have the publishers hovering over them, telling them to find ways to milk people's wallets. Instead of just releasing a good game and letting word of mouth drive it to success the old-fashioned way. But what do I know? Call me old-fashioned, I guess. Master Proxy, we have come to discuss an important matter with you. Double-edged sword, free game. Yeah, although I will be fair, and I will say that as far as free-to-play games go, I would say Triple Z is one of the better ones in this regard. It does. It's not perfect, but I do feel it doesn't waste my time like other games have. Specifically, First Descendant. I could not continue playing First Descendant. I got like the green, what was her name? Freyna. Yeah, I got like the goth green bedecked chick that I wanted. But the game was just so boring that I did not have the energy to play it anymore. And I highly doubt I'll ever go back to it. I still have it saved in my PlayStation, but honestly, I'm kind of debating if I wanted to just delete it from my hard drive and free up a whole chunk of space as a result, because I don't see myself going back to play it anytime soon, because the gameplay got very boring after a while, and the story was dull as dishwater, and most of the characters I did not give half a shit about, on top of the fact that you could not go one main mission without the game just showering you with 1 or 2 or 20 other things that you're never going to remember or bother with. It was just like, why? What is even the point? It's like Destiny, if Destiny was honest. Ugh. The only other free-to-play game I can say I've played before either of these was Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. That game had did have a grindy nature to it too, and I did not spend a dime on that one, but I was overall satisfied with my experience with it. Until I eventually got bored of it, which was like, oh, how long did I play Duel Links? Probably up to a year, I think. Can't remember. Okay, so anyway, I'm rambling. Master Proxy, we have come to discuss an important matter with you. Before that, we need to be honest with you about the Master of Victoria Housekeeping. You probably don't know about that yet. We actually don't. Is it your mysterious master? Correct. Victoria Housekeeping is loyal to the current head of the Mayflower family, who is also the mayor of New Eridu. Is it the mayor I'm thinking of? Yes, New Eridu currently has only one mayor, so it must be the one you're thinking of. Don't worry, the mayor's probably just an ordinary person. I haven't met him in person, though. This is definitely some news to process. Although I had already suspected you were loyal to some big name, I didn't expect it to be someone of the mayor's level. Actually, it's the mayor who wishes to talk with you too, which is why we've come. After all, you've both been deeply involved in the previous bringer and sacrifice-related events. The mayor wants to talk to us? I completely understand your concerns. Please be assured, I pledge on my honor that the mayor has no ill intentions and will not hold either of you accountable in any way. He will only contact us through the phone. Well, if you say so. Thank you very much. Then, without further delay, let's contact the mayor.
They're here with me now, sir.
Your rant is relatable. A lot of games be like that. You'll be on a quest and then get 15 others mid-quest. Shrek, a quest? I'm already on a quest. Yeah. Yeah, some RPGs are like that. Monster Hunter World was definitely like that. But at the very least, I was rewarded for my efforts usually. Whereas I go and play frickin' First Ascendant, it's like Diet Dime Store C-3PO just calls me over to explain another thing on top of another thing for a mechanic that I don't care about. So, yeah, it's definitely one of those kinds of things.
They're here with me now, sir.
I'm glad to have the chance to speak with you, young'uns. Helios Academy used to be a peaceful and comforting place.
So he knows.
You know about Helios Academy?
Yes, I do. And I knew your teacher, Carol. She was a kind person.
Whoa, so he knows everything.
I was truly sorry to learn that she was the one held responsible for the fall of the old capital.
She was innocent. There must be something else behind it.
I hope so too. It's just that the fall of the old capital still weighs heavily on us all.
And it's like 9/11. It wasn't that long ago, and it's still fresh in a lot of people's minds.
But I believe you just got caught up in all of this. I'm sorry for what you've been through over the years. It must be tough.
One day, we'll find the evidence to clear her name.
Then I sincerely wish you success. The real reason I reached out to you is to tell you something very important. Something about your eyes.
Oh, he knows about that too, does he?
I stumbled upon some of the data Carol left behind. She spent much of her time studying ways to minimize the side effects of your eye implants.
Teacher. She was always looking out for us.
Yes, which is why I believe this was her final wish. As her friend, I want to see it through. Simply put, your eye implants are directly linked to your brain, and their functionality depends on your body's limits. As a result, the HDD system takes up a part of your body's capacity. This leads to certain issues, the most notable being that it suppresses your innate ether aptitude.
Which is why which is why Bell and Wise get more easily sick from being exposed to ether. It's like a chemo drug. Suppresses your immune system, making you more immune to viruses and diseases. And as a result of that, they're more easy to to fail as a result.
I brought in a team of specialists to analyze Carol's data samples, and after some effort, they created a plan to upgrade the HDD system. After the upgrade, the HDD system will operate with significantly reduced power consumption, allowing for a substantial boost in your ether aptitude, or rather, a restoration to its original level.
Do you mean that once the HDD upgrade is done, we'll be able to enter the hollows ourselves without EOS?
Exactly. You'll likely experience some discomfort at first, but you'll get used to it over time. I'll have the specialists from Marcel Group continue monitoring your physical condition to reduce the burden on your body and help restore your ether aptitude more effectively.
Are you really giving us such advanced technology for free? Feels like there's gotta be some kind of catch. Besides, you must have known about us for a while. So why wait until now?
I'm not asking for anything in return. As for why I didn't reach out sooner, truth is, from what I've learned, your eyes possess even greater power. Perhaps the power within you could affect all of New Eridu.
So we're the chosen ones, basically.
But you must understand, power is a double-edged sword. It can be used against enemies or allies.
No, it's like, you know the phrase, power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely? I'm also a believer that power doesn't necessarily corrupt, but can reveal the character of a person.
As the mayor of New Eridu, I must ensure everyone's safety. So I hope you'll forgive my caution. I've been observing you for some time. That said, I'm confident to say that everyone at Victoria Housekeeping speaks highly of you.
Not to mention, if he's that high up in the political totem pole, he likely has to deal with a bunch of other opportunistic jackals vying for his spot or undermining him, like freaking Bringer and that Sarah woman, wherever she is and whoever she works for. So it's like, yeah, like can't just go at any of this with a hammer. Has to be done with a scalpel.
Miss Bell and Mr. Wise are both kind and honorable individuals. I believe they'll use their power for the right cause.
Yeah, they're both good people.
Thank you for your kind words. Even though we have no idea what this power is. You're not just making it up to get our hopes up, are you?
Of course not. It's just that I don't have much information right now. I'll let you know as soon as I do.
So he's basically like our Sirius Black equivalent character.
Well then, I'll let Lycon assist you with upgrading the HDD system. Rest assured he'll guide you through everything. You should be able to follow him with your knowledge.
If you would follow me.
Lycon begins working on the HDD system. And after a while, you feel almost as if an invisible binding within you has been undone. Whoa. I am interface. Your eyes and brain feel almost bloated, and it passes quickly, replaced by a sense of lightness and clarity you've never felt before. Almost like a blurry layer shrouding reality has vanished, and a mysterious power swirls within you.
How are you feeling now?
All good, I think.
A bit lightheaded.
Really? I'm feeling a bit off.
Your body is adjusting. Give it time to adapt to the changes. As a precaution, hold off on entering the hollows until you feel better.
The artwork for the game is beautiful. Oh, I agree. I really love the visuals for this game. And they're so smooth, too, which shocks me. utterly. It's like visually and artistically, it's probably one of the most stylish games I've played in a long, long time. And that's saying something, considering I played Space Marine 2 fairly recently, and long before Triple Z, Stellar Blade. Which, by the way, I hope a physical version for PS5 comes out for the complete edition. But, I won't hold my breath, I guess.
Your body is adjusting. Give it time to adapt to the changes. As a precaution, hold off on entering the hollows until you feel better.
I see. In that case, I'll sit back and help Wise for now.
It's quite impressive one of you adapted so quickly. Your ether aptitude is now on par with most hollow investigators, meaning you're ready to explore regular hollows. But you must be careful at first. Lycon, Ellen, why don't you two go along? One of the data piles in the hollow near the metro is malfunctioning, and we need a skilled proxy to address it. I'll assign this task to you. Of course, receive fair compensation upon completion. Take your time at the journeys ahead. You've got plenty of time to uncover your full potential.
Ellen, next to... Yeah, that's another character I'm hoping to see come back soon. Because I really like controlling her a lot, even if I'm not the biggest... I like her character, I'm just not a big fan of her maid getup is all. But it has its charm to it. I mean, tomboy shark girl working as a maid is admittedly, in its own way, kind of hilarious. Master Proxy, if you're ready, let's enter the hollow together. Please be assured, Ellen and I will protect you and will not let you get hurt. Ellen was your first limited character. Yeah, I had just missed her since Evelyn was my first. Let's confirm the mission objective. The mayor wishes for us to retrieve information from 3 data piles in here in order to update the carrot of this area. Retrieving the data is something only the esteemed Master Proxy can accomplish, so we'll leave it to you.
Master Proxy, the data pile that the mayor mentioned is in this direction. Let's keep moving.
Nothing hiding right here. A Metal Gear wasting away. Ah, the old train yard. Haven't been here in what feels like a very, very long time. That's one hollow data set successfully retrieved. Master Proxy, you are indeed skilled. Let's go find the next data pile. If only all work were this easy.
The data pile that the mayor mentioned is near that garage ahead. Let us make our way over.
Ah, I didn't notice before. You could see the roof of the dome.
What a pain. There's nowhere else to go. We'll have to move the train.
So we can see outside the dome, but we can't see inside of it. Okay. Also, I gotta give Triple Z this. Opening up with train yards being your starting area. And as one whose trifecta of loves was dinosaurs, airplanes, and trains as a kid. Well, let's just say that, you know, trains are cool, and any game that acknowledges this is by default cool for acknowledging this fact. Clue not obtained. Uh-oh. Master Proxy, seems this laser control requires a passcode to unlock, but based on currently available information, it's difficult to determine the origin of the passcode. Perhaps we missed something. The clue might be inside the console. After manipulating the console, you successfully hack into its system. Although you can't directly crack the passcode, you learn the clues are hidden in the nearby area, and you relay this information to Lycon and Ellen. So the information was hidden in the console. Thank you. Good thing we have the proxy here, or we would be stuck right now. Time is of the essence. Let's start searching for clues relating to the passcode in the surrounding area.
We should search for the passcode nearby to disable the laser, and then move the train.
Okay. What does the... Oh wait, they're just gonna show it to me anyway. I was gonna think, oh, do I have to look at the environment? No, it's just right over here. Master, the string of numbers should be the passcode we need. Doesn't this visual effect seem a bit sloppy? Master Proxy, let's input the string of numbers into the console right now.
I get it now. We should be able to enter the passcode now.
I was expecting we'd look at the freaking cargo containers or engine numbers or something. Nope. Nope, just get the pickup. Master Prox. Master Prox, let's insert the numbers 7777 into the console. Easiest passcode ever. Choo choo.
How are you feeling now, Master Proxy?
Oh, a little lightheaded and kind of hungry. I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Fantastic. Never been better.
I'm relieved to hear it. If you feel any discomfort, please let us know at once.
Yeah, I'll carry you on my back if needed.
That won't be necessary. I want you to carry me right now. Oh God, it's tempting. Very tempting. Do I do it?
Really? Can you carry me right now?
Let's finish the task first, Master Proxy.
You've always had a sharp mind, and now you've got the muscles to match.
Thanks for the compliment.
No, I was just thinking. When will you pick up some fighting skills? If you can fight, you can handle things in the hollow all on your own. That'd be pretty neat.
He's gonna have to go to the gym more consistently first, though. And take a good karate class. Those passenger cars look a little sad over there. Good, we've obtained another piece of data.
Master Proxy, the data pile is right up ahead.
Enemies are approaching. Master Proxy, please focus on obtaining the data. We'll handle the combat.
Worry not, Master Proxy. We'll ensure your safety.
Thank you. Sorry. I still need you guys to protect me. Seems like I'll need to work harder.
Roxy, you don't need to push yourself so hard. You're already pretty great.
I love how she twirls on that thing like a stripper pole. As a proxy, this console also needs a passcode. Leave it to me. You manipulate the console again like before. This time the passcode is more complex and requires 3 clues around the area to piece together the complete string. You relay this information to Lycon and Ellen. There are 3 parts. Let's hurry and find these scattered passcodes then.
Huh. It's another passcode.
We should be able to find the passcode nearby. Let's keep an eye out for it. Maintaining the data piles in the hollows requires a proxy with the utmost professionalism. It is Victoria Housekeeping's honor to maintain a professional relationship with an outstanding proxy such as yourself.
Avoid it.
Master Proxy, let's take a look around this area. We might be able to find clues regarding the passcode.
There's one. Why am I being forced to look at Lycon's tail? Or more accurately, what the tail's attached to? Found it. Should be the first digit of the passcode, 0. Let's keep searching for the remaining parts.
Roxy's moves seemed more fluid in that last battle.
What do you mean?
Thanks,
I didn't really...
but all I did was dodge.
Normally, evading an enemy's attack is an important skill. As for combat, leave that to us.
I mean, it's a start.
Master Proxy, this should be the second passcode.
It's like if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a you can dodge a ball. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge an ethereal. There should be second digit of the passcode, number 4. Based on information, only part of the passcode remains.
Master Proxy, we've been in the hollow for quite some time. How are you feeling?
I feel fine. Nothing unusual, actually.
Let's hurry it up.
That's good to hear. After all, this is the first time you've entered the hollow since the system upgrade. Best not to overdo it.
No, indeed. Zero 4. Ichiban Kasuga from Yakuza in Triple Z when I have compared the game to basically being Devil May Cry crossed with Yakuza, so yeah.
Last passcode is here.
Cool. I love trains, and I love this game for acknowledging how much trains are awesome. Five one. Here's the final part of the passcode, 5-1. Let's go back and start the console. You still remember the numbers from before? I forgot. Don't worry, Master Proxy, I have memorized everything.
All right, that's all of them. Let us return and open that lock.
It was 0, 4, 5 something. Now I just need to piece together the 3 passcodes. 0, 4, 5, 1. This is the last piece of data. Master Proxy, our mission has been successfully completed. Are you experiencing any physical discomfort? Everything is normal. And even better than usual. That's wonderful. If that's the case, let's leave the hollow and report the mission results to the mayor.
The mission was a success, sir. Master Phaeton's performance was outstanding.
If I also remember correctly, there was a scene where Lycon and Rena were staring at the video store from a rooftop. And knowingly, so they clearly already knew about Bell and Wise and their activities as Phaeton even before we probably ever officially met them, or they at the very least suspected it. And the mayor, by proxy, likely knew too. So it was like, hey, those 2 kids, they're right over there. I want y'all to go meet them and feign ignorance.
Excellent. You truly are exceptional. I'll be frank. I contacted you because I need your expertise for an important task. I'd like you to participate in an auction and help me secure an item up for bid.
An auction? Don't tell me.
Hold on. Is it the same auction I heard about? The one with all the high-profile attendees?
Yes, that's the one. I knew asking you was the right choice. Since you're aware of it, I'll get straight to the point. It's related to the sacrifice you encountered.
Oh, God.
Sacrifice? It's back?
Remember the sacrifice you took down near the construction site? Public security did some research after retrieving it.
The one that Kaleda tore apart, if I recall correctly.
It turns out it can maintain its form outside the hollow and carries human genes.
Well, yeah. Makes sense. We saw Bringer turn into one himself. So, it's like a Philosopher's Stone. It requires human sacrifices to create this super ethereal.
Within it, we extracted a mysterious core. This core possesses the same inexplicable power as the sacrifice, allowing it to exist without relying on ether. However, the core was recently stolen from the most secure lab in New Eridu. We suspect this is an inside job rather than an external theft. We searched extensively without success, until I saw the auction flyer.
And an ethereal with human properties that can survive outside of the hollow domes. Well, that's bad news already. Well, I say that, but they clearly were a no. They couldn't before, because what happened? Could they? No, because the hollows can expand, but the ethereals are basically still in them. So what happened at Hollow Zero was they were inside the dome and had to retreat and wait, but the reinforcements never came, and they all got massacred. And those who did survive went outside the dome. So we've never personally, as far as I know, seen ethereals wandering around out in normal reality. So they can't leave the domes, but they can certainly fuck you up if you go in them and are not prepared, which is what happened with Hollow Zero when the dome expanded. But so if ethereals or somebody with the know-how to create ethereals with human DNA can do it, where they don't need to be restricted in the domes anymore, well, that's Armageddon 2.0 right there.
The core has been concealed within an auction item.
Why us?
So you want us to bid on it at the auction. But why us?
The power of the sacrifice is highly volatile and destructive. We must keep it confidential, at least for now. And I, as mayor, am not suited to participate in the auction myself. Plus, I'm running checks on my inner circle due to the theft.
It's like I mentioned. He's up the top of the totem pole, where he's surrounded by vultures.
Frankly, there aren't many people I can trust. Don't worry, the funds are covered, and Victoria Housekeeping will be assisting you. Of course, this hinges on one condition: your willingness to aid me.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
Thank you very much. I knew that I could rely on you. The only hurdle now is the invitation. It's exclusive to Tops, so obtaining one might take some time.
Astra. Contact Astra.
I'll handle that promptly. I'll leave the rest in your capable hands.
Or P can do it, whichever works. The mayor ends the call.
You seem a bit puzzled, Master Proxy.
The relationship between the mayor and Tops seems rather delicate.
You're quite perceptive. As you know, the roots of New Eridu's governance lie with the Mayflowers, while Tops is a conglomerate of companies. Power and profit often lay the foundation for conflicts, which is why securing invitations could be tricky for us. Things would be much easier if Tops weren't so involved.
I still say Astra is our key into that.
But worry not, Master Proxy. It may take some time, but we will overcome these obstacles. Now, if you've no further need of me, I'll take my leave. Have a good day.
Well, we did technically do the Astra storyline on account of the astronomical, but I would say that considering this is Tops we're dealing with, who else would be the most logical to come to our assistance? Anyone know how to join Mockingbird? What about Mockingbird? Mockingbird is a bit too active lately. Gang starting our collections. Yep, there's Hugo right there. Big scale hollow disaster coming too. Totally a prediction, believe it or not. The game really knows how to immerse itself in it, yeah. And the reason why it works so well is because the characters are cool and likable, which I did not have, which is a feeling I did not have when it came to First Descendant. I literally could not give a shit about anyone in that game. Whereas here, it's like, nope, you're given a reason to care, because not only are the characters visually enticing, they're written decently enough, they're voice acted well enough, and you actually give a shit. Like, the gameplay itself was already great, but everything else supports it so well that it's like, yeah, I'm invested. I like the characters, I like the universe, I like how they're written. I'm motivated to want to see where the story goes and, add them to my repertoire.
Didn't that collector Hugo mention if we wanted to attend the auction, we could give him a call?
Okay, so we're going with Hugo instead of Astra.
But he didn't leave us his contact information. Odd, right? If he wanted us to contact him, why not leave a number? Did he just forget?
Oh, he didn't forget. There's a method to his madness. Maybe he left a puzzle for us to solve.
Maybe he left a puzzle for us to solve, like in the movies.
You've been watching too many movies, Wise. We need to separate fiction from reality. Come to think of it, Hugo did leave us a raffle ticket and said something weird. He said something cringy like, "There are always secrets hiding behind the light." Wait, don't tell me.
You hold the ticket up to the light and a string of numbers appears. It is literally behind the light.
I get it now. This guy watches way too many detective movies. Anyway, let's try contacting him.
Aha, it's you, the manager of my favorite video store. Glad you've cracked my little puzzle. I've been waiting for you to contact me. I was worried I might have left a bad impression.
Actually, I have a favor to ask. About the auction you mentioned. Could you secure 2 invitations for us?
Ah, so you'd like to attend the auction? I'd love to assist, but unfortunately, I have some tasks at hand. But if you two can help me with my current task, I should be able to find time to get the invitations you need.
What kind of task? Is it something I can handle? Nothing too dangerous, I hope.
Don't worry, I would never put you in danger. Let's discuss the specifics in person. I'll wait for you at Dew Gardening Shop in Lumina Square.
Lumina Square, he says.
You've arrived, my friend. Punctual as always.
I try. To get to the point, I need you to shadow someone for me. Record and tell me everything they do and say, wise boy. And that someone is Hartman Ravenlock. Uh-oh. The head of the Ravenlock family? That's right. Him. I've already got his schedule. Soon he will be meeting with someone nearby. I need to know the exact details of their exchange. Please, of course, for your troubles, I'll take care of the auction invitations you need. Okay, so Hugo is being our way in, not Astra. May I ask why? To be honest, based on my sources, the Ravenlock family appears to be plotting something rather sinister. You're a complete stranger to him, which will make everything easier. Relax, it's nothing illegal. You just happen to be in proximity and happen to overhear some things. Even if someone from public security shows up, they won't have anything on you. Besides, you already have connections to PubSec, don't you? You know that too. Well, I'll be waiting for your good news then. Well, not just PubSec, yeah, Section 6, but does he need to know that? Well, who am I kidding? He probably already knows. Hello there, I didn't expect that blonde gentleman to be your friend as well. Do you know him? Of course, he often comes here to buy flowers, and he's always very generous. However, he always buys flowers for memorial purposes, set there for his deceased loved ones. He seems like someone with quite a story. Indeed. And I'd like to know the story behind Lycon's Lieutenant Dan legs and the eye patch.
Another wait.
Uh-oh. I passed dialogue. Another waste of my precious time. Okay, so there was like dialogue right there that I missed. No need to report such trivial matters to me. My time is precious. Get to the point. Organs? Didn't they get shut down already? The people behind it are gone, and here I had high hopes for her, but now... Anyway, shut the entire business down and make sure to do it clean. Understand? Understood? Understand. Oh, by the way, have you tried that medicine I mentioned before? As long as there's no problem, this thing is worth more than your life. You better make sure everything goes perfectly. Don't forget, our partners are dangerous people. Failure is not an option.
This time, I'll lead the family back to the top.
How is the new insurance project going? Progressing smoothly. However, Master Hartman, can this thing really profit? Our funding chain is already... Of course it won't earn much. Breaking even would already be good enough. These are Master Edmund's orders to improve our family's reputation. We must do some charity work. They're dumping all their unprofitable business onto us. Isn't that just too... Shut up. Of course I'm aware. To regain influence within TOPS, we'll have to take it step by step. I will manage. After compiling the things you've heard, you arrange to meet Hugo in front of the flower shop. To exchange intelligence, of course. That giant drill bit shaped building over on the right side of Wise, isn't that where Astronomical took place? I want to say it was. It's certainly the most... No, it can't be, because there's two more similar buildings over there. Where did it take place? Can't remember. Nah, yeah, I don't think it was that giant cylindrical building, because there's like multiple other ones. I don't know, I can't remember. It was a while ago. Feels like a lifetime ago. And yet, yesterday at the same time.
Good day, manager. Wonderful to see you again. You're as sophisticated and charming as always. About our previous discussion, I assume you've made some progress?
You share your findings on Hartman with Hugo. His gaze remains lowered as he listens intently. His pale, slender fingers absently flipping two intricate coins with practiced ease. At key moments, he asked thoughtful questions to clarify the details. Who knew this guy could be so serious?
I see. Looks like it's more complicated than I thought. I appreciate your help. Here are the promised invitations for you. One was mine, but I won't be able to attend as I'll be occupied that day. I had to pull a few strings to secure these invitations, so please don't mention where they came from. Otherwise, someone might come hunt me down.
Wait, seriously? Is the auction really that dangerous?
Yes.
Well, when you dance with sharks, you can't avoid risk. But I have faith in you, dear manager. I'm entrusting you with my life.
Don't worry, my lips are sealed. And so are my sisters.
I've been meaning to say, you're so close with your sibling. I'm kind of jealous.
Is he saying that he's the brother to Vivian? Because it sounds like it.
What's your view on family ties, manager?
It's a bond you have to maintain carefully. Even as family, we might not fully know each other. For example, our... someone who was like a mother to us, loved us deeply, but also kept many things from us.
Mother. Huh. For me, that word only brings fear, pain, and hatred.
Uh-oh. Abusive mother, huh? Well, that's a pity.
I once had a half-sister. Different mothers.
He has to be talking about Vivian, because she's the only other vampire-looking character in the game.
Had? You didn't have a fallout over some big argument, did you?
No, we never argued. I would like to try, but it's too late.
Unless it's somebody else.
She's been gone so long. I can barely remember her face.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was a sensitive topic. My condolences.
It's okay. I brought it up first, and it was ages ago. Anyway, back to what we were saying. It's highly likely that Hartman will be at the auction as well. As you know, while he's the rightful heir to the Ravenlock family, he keeps many secrets. Should you cross paths with him in the future, be cautious. He's sitting up on his high horse looking down on everyone else, and he'll do whatever it takes to get more power. I hope these upper-class people eventually face the punishment they deserve.
Especially if they're champagne socialists, in which case even more so.
Too bad the scales of fate lean one way or another. Unless someone steps in to tip them back. I digress. That's all for today. I have some errands to attend to, so I'll take my leave. Have fun at the auction.
Lycon's back. Lycon, we got an invitation. As expected of you, I, on the other hand, am a bit behind on my progress. Now I'll head over to confirm some follow-up matters with you. Please wait a moment.
It is a pleasure to see you again, Master Proxy.
It's been a while.
Not long enough. What's wrong, Lycon? You look concerned. I seem to have caught a whiff of No, it's nothing. Probably just my imagination. He smells the scent of Hugo off of me. Master Proxy, man, have a look at the invitation you received. Of course. This is indeed an authentic invitation. It's truly impressive that you were able to obtain it in such short time. However, if I'm not mistaken, this invitation came directly from Topps. So you are in contact with Topps as well. My friend has connections in Topps. Oh, a friend. I see. That must be quite the character. Don't worry, I won't pry further if you're reluctant to share. Well then, I'll take my leave. See you at the auction later. Have a pleasant day. I would have thought that Astra would have come to our assistance, but then again, she is a direct employee of Topps, so it probably would draw too much attention if that happened. Well then, I'll take my leave. See you at the auction later. Have a pleasant day. Wise, now that we've sorted out the invitation, let's get some good rest and get ready for that auction. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do it right now because it's a bit late. 9:36. It's been almost 2 hours. So, okay, we did a couple of agent side quests for Sokaku, and I want to say Lycon also. However, because of what time it is and the amount of time it typically is involved in doing main missions, I'm gonna call it off right here for part 90, and when I come back we will continue the Bury Your Tears stuff with the next stream. And since I have night shift tomorrow, I can presumably do it earlier in like the morning, either mid to late morning, and go as far as I can until I inevitably have to take a break and leave for work, or however I decide to do it. So I'm gonna call it off here, and when I come back we will continue the rest of this story arc. So thank you Lemonade for stopping by. Thank you Alistair also previously for stopping by. I'll see you all later. Peace.